Everybody, this is fasting video part 13, and I want to talk about the scripture says in Philippians 4:13 that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You and I know that even though we can do all things, we don't get to do all things that we can simply because most of the times because we don't want to do them, even though we want the results. I don't want to keep the speed limit, but because I want to keep my driver's license, I have to. You show up to work every day not because you want to, but because you have to, because by doing what you have to, you'll be able to get what you want, which is your paycheck, so you can do all the other things you want. So the pathway to doing what you want or having what you want is doing what you have to do. You see, this very concept applies in our spiritual walk with God. So what do I want spiritually? So if I want to be a strong man of God, a strong woman of God, I want life in my walk with God. I want to overcome my temptations. I want to be on fire for God. I want to have a strong prayer life. I want to be intimate with Jesus. I want to be a person that totally loves God and fully devoted to Christ. If I want the blessings of being close to God or walking with Jesus, then I have to do what it takes to get there. See, many people have sacrificed their health, their privileges, or their job, or a house, or a relationship, or a spouse, or marriage, because they didn't want to do things they had to do, and at the altar of now wanting to do something, they lost what they had. And in the same way, many times we've lost intimacy with God, we've lost the fire, we've lost the passion, we've lost the zeal, we've lost the strength, the spiritual vitality, because we didn't want to do the things we had to do to get there. And be careful, because in our Christian world, when you have to pray, go to church, spend time in the Word, be in fellowship, we say, oh, you don't have to do that. That's religious. You see, but we don't have a problem with having to do going to work, having to do going to the gym. We're fine with that. But the devil makes you think that if you have this concept of having to pray, having to be in the Word, that is religious. Let me tell you, it's the pathway to getting what you want. So there's nothing wrong with having to do what you need to do to get what you want. If it works for everything else, it should also work for a spiritual walk with God.